I'm Jason. This is my husband, Jim. We've been married for 14 years. And this is our dear friend, Michael, who's been living in our basement for the last year.
I met Jason his freshman year in college. If you had told me that we'd be living together with his husband, his 2 children, and his dog during a worldwide pandemic, I'd say you were crazy. I was starting a new job and the pandemic was gaining traction, and Jason gave me a call and said, "They're going to shut down New York. I think you should come stay with us." I am paying rent and helping out with the groceries.
Sometimes Michael will go on a shopping spree and he'll just come back with a sweater that I would never splurge on for myself, but fits me perfectly. And I think that's a better gift than rent sometimes.
One of the biggest advantages is having a person of color in the family as a role model and example for Audrey to give her a sense of her culture.
I'm gonna get you! One of the best things about living with Jason and Jimmy is getting to watch Audrey and Paige grow up. And these are really special years in their lives, and I get to be a part of it. It's amazing.
It is amazing. Please welcome H. Michael Morse, Jason Friel, Jim Wall from their happy home in Belmore, New Jersey. Thank you so much for joining us.
It's our pleasure.
I love your family unit. I mean, I love the idea of family in the definition of friends who become your family, because those are the people you get to choose. You don't get to choose your blood family. You get to choose your friend family. And that's what you've done here. Jason, you thought this would be about 2 weeks. And now, fast forward, it's been a lot longer than that.
Yes. Well, I think we all thought it was going to be about 2 weeks when we first learned about COVID. But H. Michael has been family for a lot longer than this time, and it just didn't make sense not to have him here with us and with our kids.
I mean, it's a beautiful idea on paper, but Jim, were you thinking like, okay, 2 weeks, now we're in a little longer, 6 months, 7 months, the water bill goes up, electricity bill goes up, everybody's contributing, but the apartment is small. It doesn't get bigger. More people doesn't make the apartment bigger.
Sure. I think with anything these days, you have to pivot and change and grow. And it's just figuring out how to live together when, we're a family of 5 and there's remote schooling. So it's just figuring out how to make that all work together.
How did you figure out how to make it work?
Trial and error.
Trial and error. H. Michael, I think obviously one of the touching parts to me is to see you as an influence in Audra's life. That's just so beautiful. And that's something that you could never have planned or anticipated.
It's true. Living with Jason and Jimmy has been a gift for me, not only to give me a respite from the big city, but like I said, Audrey and Paige are at such special times in their lives, and watching them grow and being a positive role model is it's the best gift in the world, really.
Now, as the house guest who stayed longer than anyone expected, did you ever have this moment where I'm kind of infringing? Oh my gosh. Did you ever walk on eggshells, or was it just easy breezy and it flowed?
Oh no, there were plenty of eggshells, especially in the beginning. I think I even used the same coffee cup on a daily basis just so I wouldn't have to use a lot of water. Ridiculous things like that.
No, because you do want to reduce your footprint when you're the polite guest. You don't want to become the distraction in the house. Jason, when you told friends and family of the arrangement, what did they think?
Not surprised. I grew up in a household where if someone needed a place to stay, they came to my house. Yeah. And prior to H. Michael coming to live with us, one of my other close friends was staying with us for a while. She's been a family friend for years, and during the time that she was with us, my parents adopted her as an adult.
Aww.
So bringing people into the family is part of what Jim and I do.
You know what? We have that in common. I used to tell people when I would come home from school, there would be a different person staying with us. My dad or mom had said, okay, I know you're having some financial trouble. Come stay with us. Oh, you're having a surgery? Come stay with us. We'll help you recover. And these people now, Linda Smiley, shout out to one woman who ended up staying with us and has been a part of my life forever. She was my parents' family friend, stayed with us, and is now like an aunt to me. So I get what you're saying. So how long is this going to go on?
Well, the funny thing is that I do travel back to New York once a month and spend a week there. And we've discussed it as a family. And I'll be staying here until the end of September, going home in October.
I love that you said, as a family, you discuss that. Jim, do you find structurally, again, that you're just doing things as a family that perhaps you and Jason did as a couple before, and it's just smooth now?
I think there's more structure now with H. Michael living with us. Before he came to live with us, before the pandemic, we would sometimes eat dinner and watch a TV show together. Yeah. And now every night we sit at the dining room table and we look at each other and we talk about each other's days, and it's great.
I love that. See, that's for me, again, going back to my own upbringing, Sundays, sitting down, having dinner as a family, and just talking about anything. Jason, going back to the kids, I don't imagine. I see the dollhouse behind. I saw the dog getting in the fun. I mean, your family structure and the definition of it is forever changed because of this.
We have a non-traditional family. Our kids clearly are both adopted, and we've maintained relationships with their birth families. So family means something, I think, a little bit different to them than it meant to me growing up and to us growing up. And they notice when Uncle H. Michael goes to New York for a week each month. The dog notices. It's a little bit quieter and a little less fun, and we're not looking forward to the fall.
You're not looking forward to the fall. I mean, moving forward with family traditions, have you, H. Michael, established some that even after you're gone, y'all will still make sure you do as a family?
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to be here every Halloween, and then there's Christmas, and my birthday falls around Easter time, so I'll be here for all the Easters going forward. And it's nice because, you know, we were always close before, but during the pandemic, we had an opportunity to really strengthen our bonds and forge that relationship with the children and with my friends, really. Yeah. And it's just been the most rewarding experience that I've had in my life.
Oh, okay. On that note, you just got me crying, and now I'm writing a script for the sitcom series about the three of you. Thank you so much for joining us. It's just a joy to see, again, this definition of the modern family, because there are no rules to love, and that includes familial love. Thank you so much for joining us.
It's our pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.